The film EL47 chronicles the extraordinary true story of Manola Vital, a bus driver whose courageous actions reshaped Barcelona's public transportation system during a pivotal period of Spanish history. In the 1950s and 60s, waves of internal migrants from regions like Extremadura and Andalusia, including Vital and his young daughter Joanna, found themselves displaced and seeking new beginnings in Barcelona's outskirts, specifically in a hillside area known as Torre Barro. The film skillfully depicts a remarkable aspect of that era's housing crisis through a peculiar legal provision. Anyone who could construct a shelter with a roof overnight would be permitted to stay, while those failing to complete a roof would see their structures demolished by dawn police patrols. This policy led to the rapid emergence of a makeshift community in 1958, with Vital and fellow migrants racing against time to establish their precarious homes under the cover of darkness. Over the following 2 decades, Torre Barro evolved into a tight-knit community, though one systematically overlooked by city authorities and lacking basic infrastructure. The film's narrative gains additional complexity through Vital's unexpected marriage to Carmen, a former nun played by Clara Segura, who brings her own cultural dimension to the story as a Catalan speaker. Their relationship represents the broader cultural integration occurring within these immigrant communities. The heart of the conflict centers on the community's isolation. Despite Vital's long-standing position as a driver on bus route 47, Torre Barro residents, including his own family, faced a daily struggle with no public transportation access. The steep, unpaved roads to their neighborhood proved too challenging for regular bus service, forcing residents to undertake lengthy walks to reach the city. Their repeated petitions for transportation services were consistently dismissed by local authorities, despite Vital's persistent efforts to demonstrate the obvious need for expanded bus routes. Eduard Fernandez delivers a nuanced performance as Manola Vital, portraying him as an understated but principled man who exhausts every conventional avenue before taking the radical action that ultimately leads to his arrest and conviction. The film carefully builds tension through his transformation from a law-abiding civil servant to a community activist driven to extraordinary measures by bureaucratic indifference. The production masterfully integrates what appears to be authentic historical footage with dramatic recreations, enhancing the film's documentary feel while maintaining its narrative flow. Clara Segura brings depth and humanity to her role as Carmen, whose evolution from nun to teacher reflects the community's adaptability and resilience. Zoe Bonafonte's portrayal of the adult Joanna adds a younger generation's perspective to the struggle, culminating in a powerful musical performance that serves as the film's emotional capstone. Co-written by Alberto Marini and directed by Marcel Barrena, EL47 has earned significant critical acclaim, including 5 Goya Awards, Spain's highest film honors. While the narrative develops at a measured pace, it maintains engagement through its authentic portrayal of community activism and social change. The film's impact is amplified by its grounding in historical events, demonstrating how grassroots movements can affect lasting change in urban development and social services. Through its careful attention to historical detail and emotional authenticity, EL47 preserves an important chapter in Barcelona's social history while delivering a compelling narrative about the power of community action and perseverance in the face of institutional neglect.
You've been listening to Movies First.
Available at Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, or your favourite podcast player. You can also stream on demand at bytes.com.
This has been another quality podcast production from bytes.com.